Hello everyone, welcome to Leopard Farm. For herders, December has become a nightmare. With nearly 2 million wildebeests pouring into the Masai Mara, the 20,000 lions clinging to life in the southern Serengeti are facing a devastating food crisis. Starved and pushed to the brink, the big cats have begun raiding villages, seeing livestock as their lifeline. As the lions become increasingly bold and dangerous, the human-wildlife confrontation explodes into something truly dangerous. How long can these herders hold out? Stay tuned as we expose the stark, high-stakes reality of this escalating war. In May 2023, Tanzania saw a spike in lion attacks on livestock, between 50 and 70 in a single week. The financial toll was devastating, amounting to an estimated $20,600 a year in hard-hit areas. Consider in February 2021, a cattle ranch in the village of Kaduhi, killing 11 goats but only eating one, leaving the owner devastated and penniless. These raids don't just drain bank accounts. They threaten the survival of herding families and highlight the urgent need for smarter ways to protect livestock. So, what steps have Tanzanians taken to protect their livestock from these ferocious big cats? As the crisis escalated, the government stepped up its response by recruiting elite big game hunters from around the world to curb the exploding lion population. They enacted tough regulations. Only licensed professional hunters with years of experience in the field were allowed to participate. To add to the appeal, successful hunters would receive generous bonuses from $10,000 to $25,000 per lion, depending on the location and size of the hunt. Teams of 3 to 5 experts would get to work immediately, equipped with top-of-the-line rifles, advanced tracking tools, and essential safety gear. These operations target the most dangerous hotspots where human-lion conflicts have skyrocketed. Hunters rely on high-tech aids like thermal imaging binoculars, motion-activated trail cameras, and GPS devices to locate their prey. Crews on the ground, fresh tracks, roars echoing in the night, or torn cattle carcasses lead them straight to the action. When they spot a lion, they stay a safe distance of 150 to 300 yards to get accurate shots without taking unnecessary risks. For a clean, ethical, and quick kill, they target vital areas, the heart and the spine. Successful hunt is crucial to protecting the nearby herds, with teams taking down between 5 and 10 lions in a single trip, earning hunters thousands of dollars in reward money. The money from licensing fees is reinvested in essential conservation and community projects, bolstering anti-poaching patrols and protecting wildlife more broadly. While the exact number of lions to be culled in 2024 is unknown, the Tanzanian government is committed to implementing strict population management regulations that balance safety with financial gain.
Journey.
However, this approach has its critics. Many conservationists and animal advocates argue that hunting disrupts ecosystems and advocate smarter solutions like relocating harmful lions, neutering them, or upgrading fences. What do you think? Is managed hunting the best solution, or can we find a safer solution to the growing dangers posed by lions? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe. Our next video will be a deep dive into one of the wildest lion tracking operations ever recorded. To tackle the growing issue of black bear encounters in urban and rural areas, the Japanese government has turned to cutting-edge technology. Black bears naturally fear wolves,
ensuring a silent
predators,
and strategic
which often
approach.
prey on bear cubs or weaker individuals. Capitalizing on this instinct, Japan has deployed wolf-shaped robots to keep bears at bay. These lifelike machines patrol the edges of towns and cities, effectively deterring bears from wandering into populated areas. As a result, bear intrusions have dropped significantly, safeguarding crops, reducing property damage, and making bear attacks on humans increasingly rare, all while boosting community safety. In rural regions, some farmers have taken a more drastic approach, using traditional methods like bows and arrows to hunt black bears. This practice has slashed the black bear population from an estimated 950,000 to just 50,000, easing threats to local communities and improving living conditions. However, this aggressive tactic has sparked ethical debates. Many critics argue that hunting bears disrupts ecosystems and threatens wildlife balance, pushing for more humane and sustainable solutions to coexist with these animals. To effectively manage bear populations, hunters deploy large bait boxes packed with irresistible treats like savory sauces, sweet pastries, and cooking oil to lure black bears. These sturdy containers shield the bait from birds and harsh sunlight, ensuring it remains potent and appealing. Skilled hunters meticulously study bear tracks to devise strategic plans, often attracting 5 to 6 bears, each weighing around 400 pounds per setup. The bait's powerful aroma conceals the hunter's scent, enabling precise shots from well-hidden positions. Yet, unpredictable factors like shifting weather, bears detecting danger, or miscalculated shooting angles can derail even the best-laid plans, underscoring the importance of careful preparation and vigilance in the field. Hey everyone, thanks for tuning into the channel. Picture this: the sharp crack of a rifle rings out, and a macaque monkey tumbles to the ground. Scenes like this play out all too often in rural Japan, where local farmers team up with hunters to tackle the exploding population of these pesky primates that wreak havoc on their livelihoods. These clever critters raid fields and orchards, racking up billions in crop losses every year. To fight back, folks rely on tried-and-true tactics like rifle hunts and sturdy metal traps. Just last year, in 2023, over 18,000 macaques were culled as part of these efforts. Hit that subscribe button to join us as we dive deeper into this wild story. Believe it or not, Japan's macaque population has exploded since the late 1980s, turning these clever monkeys into a real headache for locals. As cities sprawl and forests get cleared out at a rapid pace, while macaques are getting squeezed closer to human neighborhoods. The result? They're raiding farms and wiping out crops, hitting hardworking farmers right in the wallet. And it's not just agriculture. Bold macaques have even started charging at beachgoers, scaring off tourists. Last year alone, in 2023, more than 85 folks got hurt in these encounters, with plenty of women suffering deep scratches that required serious medical attention. That's why wildlife officials in Japan have turned to hunting as a key strategy to keep the macaque numbers in check and prevent further chaos. Skilled hunters typically head into the forested hillsides that border rural areas, focusing their efforts on protecting communities and easing the tension between people and these increasingly bold primates. Hunters lure macaques into traps using tempting baits like bananas, apples, or corn, then hunker down in camouflage blinds to wait for the troop to show up. When the monkeys get close, plenty of folks skip the rifles and go for crossbows instead. It's quieter that way, so you don't spook the whole group and blow the hunt. On a regular day in the field, your average hunter might snag 4 or 5 macaques. But the real pros with years under their belts can pull in 8 or 9 when things go right. These full-grown beasts pack about 60 pounds and can stretch up to 4 feet tall, turning any attempt to wrangle them into a tough, risky job. That's why, in those sprawling wilderness areas, a lot of hunters stick with rifles to handle bigger packs safely. Farm Channel. Buckle up for today's explosive video where we're tackling Fox Control Day. Head on, the all-out war against one of the craftiest varmints tearing through America's heartland. The feds have slapped a whopping $15,000 reward on the table, calling in elite hunters from every corner of the country to cur these foxes that are decimating chicken.
Subscribe to the channel.
Foxes are wreaking havoc on U.S. poultry farms, costing farmers a staggering $15 million annually and wiping out 2,500 to 3,000 birds per farm each year. These clever nocturnal predators slip into barns under cover of darkness, human expansion into their habitat devastation before farmers can even respond. The problem isn't just their cunning. Human development encroaching on fox habitats has driven these animals to treat farms like all-you-can-eat buffets, turning a natural predator into a relentless threat. To combat the surging fox population, the government has rolled out a daring new program, enlisting America's top hunters to tackle the crisis head-on. This isn't a task for weekend hobbyists. Only the best will lead. Hunters must pass stringent tests to prove their skill, accuracy, and dedication to ethical practices. Those who make the cut can earn up to $15,000 per fox, with rewards scaled based on animal size, location, and confirmed kills, offering a bold solution to a pressing problem. To maximize their effectiveness, hunters are formed into elite teams, each armed with their weapon of choice. About 70% rely on the precision of rifles or shotguns, while 30% opt for the stealth and finesse of bows and arrows. This calculated, high-stakes campaign highlights the urgent need to restore safety to communities increasingly threatened by these cunning predators. As food sources dwindle, foxes venture closer to human neighborhoods, triggering the start of fox hunting season, which runs from late fall through early spring when these animals are most active. Equipped with state-of-the-art gear like thermal imaging scopes, night vision goggles, and GPS trackers, hunters are ready to track and outsmart their elusive targets, ensuring a strategic response to this growing threat. The fox hunting controversy itself stirs strong emotions. Supporters champion it as an essential strategy for curbing